just heading out to the store to get some steaks. Not steaks that you eat, steaks for supporting small trees. We planted our hawthorn yesterday and it's so cute. I'll show you. But it needs a couple of stakes, one on each side, and then this soft pliable green kind of material that you use to tie the tree to the stakes. And it's been impossible to find that stuff locally, so I've just ordered some online. I'm going to pick up the stakes now and I guess pound them in and tie the trees up. You know, I've always used one stake, but then I read that it's better to use two because when the tree sways back and forth, it tears the little you know, the small roots and destabilizes the tree. So yeah, I'm gonna do that today. I'm in the underground parking. This farm supply store, which is also a pet supply store, they have beekeeping stuff. They have garden stuff. Anyway, they have the stakes that I want, but their parking is underground. Anyway, I'm also getting these stakes for extending the chicken run. And we've been so delaying this whole thing because we weren't sure how we were going to do it, but I think we figured it out. So I'm going to get a bunch of these stakes and we'll see what happens. Let me just say that there wasn't any of the stakes that I was looking for, and I've been all over town looking for chicken wire the right height and posts for the chicken extension the right height and stakes to tie up the trees to at the right height, and not finding, well, I found something. I found these green stakes, which they're gonna do, but they're not exactly the look that I was going for to tie the trees to. And I mean, they are very sturdy. They're metal, so if I dig them in far enough into the ground, they should be sturdy enough to hold the tree. But anyway, yeah, it's been a really frustrating excursion, but let me just add to that, in good news, is that I have figured out how we're going to do the extended chicken run. It's just going to be the round cedar posts that with the pointy tip that we're going to bang into the ground and make sure that they're level, and then we're going to attach chicken wire to it. And then for the top, because it's only going to be 4 foot high or 5 foot high, if I want to get into there, there's not going to be a door, so we're going to put netting over the top instead of that thick wire that we used on the other part of the chicken run. So I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be sturdy enough and just a really easy way for us to get into it if we need to. We can just lift up the netting and then just step in and rake in there or clean up or whatever. And then we have to create the little tunnel connecting the two spaces, which in my head I have some ideas about. So we'll see. I used to say that I didn't want to live with regrets and that I had none. But as I grew older and made a quiet, honest introspection, I saw that as a sort of youthful arrogance. This thinking did serve me at the time because it helped me to make great leaps of faith into the unknown. And it held me together when I could have been falling apart over decisions I'd made. In actual fact, I do regret some things. I regret being unkind or curt or unfair. I have regrets about mothering a certain way. I don't attach shame to these regrets, though. Things are as they are, and I'm grateful for it all, even if next lifetime I choose differently. So this little garden bed is coming along nicely. Hello, ladies. It's the medicinals for the chickens. And we've got lavender, we've got comfrey, we've got lemon balm, and borage, and oregano. So this is the area where they can just peck at the herbs themselves. And oh, that cat's gone nuts. What are you doing, Midnight? What are you doing? This is our new girl, Tessa. She hasn't laid an egg yet. She's just been in a bit of a kerfuffle since she came here because, you know, you have to integrate. But she's such a sweet girl. She just comes right up to you and goes, hides under your feet and eats out of your hand. She's just the sweetest. Henrietta, what are you doing? What are you doing? Digging a big hole. What is it? You're a little bit unsettled. What's going on, Midnight? What's going on? Yeah. 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 But they haven't really been laying that well since Sven left. So when we had to rehome our rooster, the chickens really took it very hard. And they're just kind of starting to come back into lay. And I felt so bad for them because they lost their friend. I mean, he was rough on them, let's face it. But yeah, they had a hard time with him leaving. You can't go in there. What's going on? What's going on? Whoop. Look at this beautiful vine. It's just come out. Planted it last spring and it didn't bloom last year, but it's blooming this year. And it's just so pretty. The mint is taking over the world. The apple mint is super aggressive. It's kind of choking out the spearmint, which is a little bit lower down. And I definitely have to move this rock rose, which I'll do in the fall. I'm not going to move it now while it's trying to bloom. But it smells so good. And it's so delicious. So delicious in tea. It's super soft and velvety. Take it easy. Hello, Freya. Freya is the only one that has laid an egg faithfully every single day.